Hi everyone, welcome back to Yellow Cottage Soapery. Today I am making a very simple soap and it is made with beer and a beer fragrance. Now when you're using beer in your soap, I've replaced the distilled water with beer and you have to boil it down to get the alcohol and carbonation out of it. If you try to add lye directly to beer after pouring it out of the bottle, it will be a volcano and it will go everywhere and it's a mess. So make sure if you're using beer that you boil more than you need, because this actually is partially distilled water with the beer. I boiled a bottle of pale ale beer and it was only 6 ounces and I needed 12. So this is half distilled water and half beer. But definitely have to boil it down because otherwise the lye doesn't react well with the alcohol. Now, I was wondering what the benefits of a beer soap are, so I looked them up, and apparently it makes a really stable, fluffy lather, and you can still get when I use this, you won't have, it kind of smells funny when you add the lye to it. It has kind of a weird smell to it, which doesn't last in the soap. That's why I use beer fragrance from Nature's Garden, and the properties are primarily from the hops in the beer, and it's supposed to contain skin soothing amino acids which are very moisturizing and help with irritated skin. I'm not making any medical claims. I'm just stating what when I researched, that's what the benefits of beer soap were. Now, I knew that it made a very creamy bar of soap, but I was curious as to the other benefits. So I thought I would share that just so you guys would know. So this is just going to be a smaller batch. I'm using my skinny mold from Nurture Soap, but instead of the insert, I just lined it with freezer paper. So I'm going to use the natural color of the beer. I'm going to pour off a little bit and try to put some titanium dioxide just to make some white on the top, but I may add a little bit of color to it depending on what this ends up doing. So let's go ahead and add the lye solution. Like I said, it's not going to smell very good when you add the lye to after you boil the beer. It kind of smells like stale beer. It doesn't smell very good. I'm just going to add my heavy cream, and I am going to pour some off for the white. And I may add a little bit of gold to this just to kind of give it a little bit different color. Okay, so this will be the white. I kind of want the base to be, a little bit of a golden color. So I'll go ahead and do the white first. That's a pretty color, so we'll go with that. Like I said, this is going to be really simple. There's not going to be any swirls or anything like that. I'm just going to pour this into the molds and then add the white on the top. set up a lot. I'm not going to do anything fancy. I'm just going to... I should have left it kind of just in piles. I think that would have looked better, but oh well. Back. I'm going to go ahead and cut the beer soap, and just very plain. There's not going to be any design or anything like that to it. And it will not discolor. It's not supposed to anyways. It smells exactly like beer. And this is actually a couple of days after I made it. I let it sit a little longer just because I was busy doing other things, but it kind of looks like a tall mug of beer, I think. You can... Okay, there's my phone. Hold on 1 second. Okay. But you can see a little bit of sparkle in there from the gold mica. I'm so excited. I leave in 2 days to go to New York and see my family. I have not been up there in a couple of years, so I'm really excited. Yay. I like how the freezer paper was more rounded on the bottom, so it kind of gives you a round. It's kind of cool. When I was pouring it, I know you could see that there's a hole in the bottom of these molds. I still have to clean this, but it must have seeped through a crack in the freezer paper and then came out here. So that is one thing to be aware of if you are using these molds and not the liner. That could happen. It's not happened to me before, but there must have been a little crack or something. Okay guys, thanks so much for watching, and I will see you all in my next video.